My guest today on a table in the corner is Chef Nathan Clark. Nathan is the head chef of Test Kitchen Fledgelings. Welcome to the show, Chef.
Thanks for having me on the show.
That's my absolute pleasure. Thank you for your patience with me and all the setup and all the up and down and miking you up and all that sort of thing.
No problem.
Chef, we bumped into each other when you were having lunch with Chef Dale Roberts at Betty Venice the other day. And he said, "You need to talk to this guy." So here I am, talking to you. And he told me that you came up out of the Test Kitchen scullery.
Yeah, that's a bit. I started in scullery
Yeah.
and I did like six months, 6 to 7 months.
Yeah.
Before I asked my boss, like personally, what does it take to become recognized in the kitchen as a chef? You know?
So, and he said, "Listen, well, if you're interested, come on board."
Yeah, he told me at the beginning, okay, wait, you're gonna get your shot.
Yeah.
But and at the later stage, eventually I moved to the kitchen.
Right.
No experience, but my first couple of weeks, I just practiced new skills. My skills, produce, and all of that.
And were they teaching you that as you go, or did they just say, "Here's a knife, here's a tomato"?
No. They gave me a knife. They showed me to cut this.
Okay.
The next bit's got it like that. Got it like that. Also with equipment, how to use.
And was it? Were you running in service, or was it prepping, or did they put you in the pressure cooker first?
When it was service time,
Yeah.
they used to run service, and I used to be on the side doing some knife work, bread work.
Okay.
But then stocks and stuff like that.
Let's go a little bit further back and dig a little deeper, because I mean, I want to know what made you knock on the door and say, "Hey, can I be a sculler in a restaurant?" I mean, have you got a food background? Where did you come from in the food world?
After the trick, I took like a gap year.
Yeah.
And I also started working at a local butcher.
Ah. Okay.
Took like almost a year.
Yeah.
And then when I left there, I asked my mate if there's anything on his side, job.
Okay. And it was someone who was working here or
And
something.
by that time, my mate was already working in the scullery at this kitchen.
Okay.
So he brought me in as a sculler. We both worked for a few months together in scullery.
Yeah.
Before he moved eventually to the kitchen. And I followed for a few months after.
And is he also chefing in the system now? Where is he now?
Chef now. He's working at some boutique.
Like a boutique hotel or something?
Boutique hotel.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
It's also a Swiss chef. He's a Swiss chef.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
But you've kind of overtaken him because you're a head chef. Or a
Yeah.
sous chef. Is he an executive chef?
So
or is he?
it's very succinct. It's also one thing my boss said. It's funny you say that now because my boss said, not all of us can agree. It takes a certain skill and a certain guy to lead.
Yeah.
So
Is that you?
that's me.
That's you.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, listen, it does. It takes a certain adaptability. It takes away with people. It takes,
Yeah.
it takes a
If
certain
you can
grit.
work with people, then
Yeah.
I think we've got one tick there.
Tick there. What about earlier? I mean, was food a big thing in your life growing up, or was Sunday lunch a big thing with your family, or?
I didn't grow up with the mentality I wanted to be a chef one day.
Okay.
But of course, I love food.
Yeah.
I had two aunties,
Yeah.
and I used to eat at the one, and then I know when I go home to the other one where I live,
Yeah.
my plate of food will be waiting.
We'll be waiting. Okay. So,
So that was that type of guy.
okay, I get you. I mean, and then was it through sort of family connections or friends that you got into the butchery, and then obviously through a friend you got into Test Kitchen?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But I actually did my own. When I went for the butcher, I actually went there for casual job.
Okay. You went knocked on the door. Yeah.
So
Okay.
I went out of my own college. I went there.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, listen. It seems that you're not short of that kind of courage, because I can't imagine what it must be like to have kind of started coming into the kitchen in your apron, washing the dishes, and here you are running this brigade. That, whoa.
Yeah. I look back at it, I used to be the guy washing the pots,
Yeah.
waiting on like when is the service in, when is the last minute on.
Yeah.
But now I'm the one running the past, calling the dockets, calling the last mains. And I feel like
That's a journey, eh?
that's almost like from, I don't want to say from start to finish, but if you look at it, it is a long road.
That's the
Looking
long
back
road.
to where I am now.
Yeah.
And the journey does not end here.
Yeah. Let's hope not.
Yeah.
Let's hope it ends one day. What doesn't end? Let's hope it refreshes one day with your own place. Yeah. You know, eventually. So let's just talk about that growth. So you had a chat with Luke. He said, "Chef, any chance here?" He said, "Oh, wait a second, and we'll put you up." So then he puts you in, and you start doing night work. When was that? Was it like 2012, 2013?
When 2013 and 14.
That okay? And wasn't it 2011 or 2012 when Test Kitchen got on the 50 best? Right? Was it then? Was it 2013?
It was 2013.
It was 2013.
2013.
Yeah. So you were working in one of the 50 best restaurants in the area. How did that feel?
Oh, at that time, I was like, shit, I'm working at the best restaurant in the country. I didn't know my first month in Holland.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
guys was like, really? What was sausage restaurant?
Sure. And there you were working. I mean, at that stage when that award was given, that was the season 2013, that summer 2013, 2014, right? Over that December kind of January period. And at what point did you start actually working on the line when you weren't just doing knife skills? Where did you start working on the line?
It just took me
That first
Picture,
season.
Oh, that was good. As soon as I got my knife skills, like 3 weeks, it took me to do everything wrong.
Oh, okay.
I can work with a knife, I can use the equipment, I know where everything is, I know my herbs and stuff like that. And also by that, I think Luke can also see that I'm a quick learner, I learn really quick.
Yeah.
With
Okay.
the eye, I can get something with the eye and I can do it. And maybe you'll correct me and hold your hand more like this, but I can catch something with the eye like that.
Okay.
And I also adapted to, but it took me 3 weeks on knife school and I moved straight to a 6.
So, but with a mentor like Luke Dale Roberts, I mean, you must have absorbed a lot of how he sees the kitchen, like using seasonal ingredients, using the whole ingredient from the top to the tip, like a carrot or whatever the case be. Have you kind of absorbed that?
Yeah, of course, I have to maintain that. Like, we don't want any bumps or
I hear you.
drops of consistent, or we need to keep that fine line.
Because if you're in a test kitchen group restaurant, people who are going to eat across those restaurants need to know that the standard is there, right? So you need to hold that standard. So you need to live in his head a little bit as well.
Yeah.
I hear you. So I'm going to jump forward a bit because I know that you spent time in the test kitchen as a chef, and you were working your way up. But then there came a moment when someone tapped you on the shoulder and said, "Chef Nathan, you head chef." Where did that happen? Because at what point did they tap you on the shoulder?
I started after the test kitchen. I got a contract at Potluck.
Oh, you moved upstairs to Kitchen. Okay. And was it Jason, Kosmas, or Wesley?
I worked with Jason.
Jason. Okay.
Kosmas. And I've worked for like 2 months, and then when the Fledgelings, the Test Kitchen Fledgelings moved from Short Street
Market, yes.
to the old basketball, that's where Luke was like, Nathan, I need you downstairs as a mentor, because I know my way around the kitchen and I can easily,
And also, you were taking in pretty raw youngsters, and you'd been the journey. You'd come in here washing pots, and now you'd like chefing in one of the top restaurants in the town. And so they said, "Well, look, you can show these guys the pot." Was that
that
the
was
thinking?
more like it, yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Because the fact that a man came straight to me out of all the chefs that was there, that shows a lot that he knows that I can.
You can operate
I
and
can
you're
operate.
adaptable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And How did it feel when you put your fledglings jacket on that first time and came in here and you sort of stood looking at all these people going at you?
I was looking at still some weird stuff like when the guys were fledgling, you know, when the people that doesn't come from this industry, like they have no background in industry, what are they doing like this?
Yeah, how are you cutting that onion? Yeah.
How can you move? Your board is busy moving off the table. Like, can you not put something underneath your board?
Yeah.
But if you're moving along with the board, like you can easily cut your finger.
Cut your
like
finger.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
So I need to-
Okay, so it's just little stuff like that you would need it for. Yeah.
Little things in the food that's also it matters.
Yeah.
Like, if I can show someone how to hold a knife, it's something. It helps that person.
Yes, absolutely.
Better his knife skill and also
Actually, where are the people in the fledglings kitchen coming from? How are you finding them?
a lot of them have like maybe a matric,
Yeah.
but not a lot of experience in the industry.
Okay.
That's why we call them fledglings when we build them from scratch.
Okay. So they're coming in and they don't really have much, but how are they finding their way to this front door or to the kitchen door? Is it friends of friends who are already in the system?
Sometimes it's friends,
Yeah.
and sometimes I love when people just come see me themselves. You know, I'm like, I like that people that they really want to be part of.
Okay,
the team.
so you're that guy because you went to Chef Luke and said, listen, is there a
I like
chance?
that
So
guy.
you like people who come to you
They
and say,
want
listen,
that opportunity.
yeah,
They really
yeah,
want.
yeah, I get you. But they have the bravery to go and kind of knock on your door and say, hi, listen, I'm Dave. I would like to, that's the
So
thing.
Luke was that guy, man. He will go through the whole kitchen to scullery, greeting everyone.
Yeah.
Even if you're the cleaner, you get on the floor in front, you get greeted by him. And that feels you that this man actually cares
He
about
cares, he
himself.
sees you. Yeah. So you've moved up the ladder. It's been 13 years. How long have you been head chef here at Fledgling?
4 years.
4 years now. Okay. And you've seen a lot of people. So you've got an intake of these. So people come into the kitchen, you show them the ropes, they're mentored by you and your brigade. Where do they go? Because they can't spend their lives in here. I mean, are you moving people into other
A lot of
restaurants?
them has moved to pot club, salon, and then some moved to a water side.
Into the Lakalong group as well.
And then a few of them, 3 or 4 of them, left also the other restaurants.
Okay. And you mentioned at some stage there was someone who was at a boutique hotel and
Yeah.
that was the guy that got you your
That's the
first
guy who
gig,
got me.
and he's in a boutique hotel now.
Yeah.
And that is, I mean, I find that incredible. I mean, that your resilience and your ambition is
He's actually doing well.
inspirational.
Yeah.
Well, he is. You are. Jeez. I mean, this really is a fantastic conversation for me because I'm so eager always to see people move up in this industry. Let's stop that and let me stop gushing about opportunity and let's talk a little bit about menu here. So obviously the menu needs to be constructed, I imagine, in order to be able to teach people how to cook it. But it also needs to sit at a standard that makes it live up to the Test Kitchen feeling, the Test Kitchen group.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
Like maintaining standard across the restaurants. That's my job.
Yeah.
And my seniors and good. So I will implement it on them.
Yeah.
And they oversee it on the juniors. But I also make way. I also make time for
Yes.
the juniors so they can feel like I'm also like if I'm they more of them are like that, but there's things stuck in their head where if the head chef shows you something, that's how it.
Yeah.
And then, but I'm trying. What I've done is I've done everything that's been on menu, standard wise, that I've implemented onto my seniors.
Yeah.
The juniors also they feed off that, and then they also try to. If my seniors show me this is what they come from the head chef.
From the head chef, exactly. And that's also, I suppose, that's the advantage of the brigade system. right? Because
Yeah.
you've got a structure
That's
underneath
the
you.
hierarchy,
The hierarchy of the kitchen, that classic kitchen hierarchy, it allows different people to run different departments or different sections,
Yeah.
and they can show. But I mean, the pressure for you to make sure that the test kitchen standard is maintained, but you have people who literally haven't come through a cooking course. Many of them don't even know how to set a table, and when they walk in the door, and you're keeping that standard up because you're feeding international guests,
Yeah.
right?
Like I've worked in an open kitchen all my life. I know what it's like. Guests look at you, I try to keep the hygiene on my. I know that it's new to them. Don't touch it. Don't do substance. Don't lean in. Stuff like that. Wipe off every time you plate something. Just wipe it off. You know that's it.
Constantly clean down, clean down, clean
Top of
down.
that, because
Yeah.
they were on top of me. My seniors, my mentors, so I have to be very strict.
Very strict on that, yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. And talking about those guests and the open kitchen, because I mean, the open kitchen allows you to see who's enjoying what, who's smiling when the dish arrives.
Yeah.
So you connected with your guests, but also there must be a connection with regulars. Because are there people who are coming again and again?
We've got quite a lot of regulars that's coming to our place. So.
Okay. And are there locals, foreigners? How does that work?
A lot of foreigners, most of them.
Okay.
There's a couple of locals, but most of them foreigners.
Yeah.
That comes back.
I remember in the preamble to this conversation, you told me about some people who were here the other night who've been referred by. So what was that story?
Oh, last night, yeah, we
Okay.
had a couple sitting on table too. They said to me, their friends, they're from the UK, their friends insisted they come here. When they came to Cape Town, they must come here. They came.
Yeah. Did they say
They
Osman?
came also with the full experience.
Oh,
No, I came to the table. I always
Okay.
check on table.
Yeah.
Like last night, I almost check on the table.
Because also last night, if I'm correct, you started the night 35 booked,
Yeah,
and 55 people arrived.
55.
Come
Ended up
on.
55.
That you had to hustle last night.
Yeah, we were on it. And most of my guys were also off. We didn't expect that you'd pick up.
Because that season suddenly is kicking in, right?
Yeah.
We
Season
in
is
late
on.
November and season's here. How do you cope with that? Because I mean, even though you've got the brigade and the structure, you've got a couple of inexperienced people in the kitchen, and they standing there doing their knife skills, and they look up and suddenly there are 55 people in the restaurant.
Yeah, I've recently taken on another two.
Yeah.
Take one more
Okay,
because I want to get them up for like
January, yeah, that crazy time, yeah.
So yeah, and to get them up in training so they can just fit in with the team. Yeah,
Sure.
structure and all that.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk. Let's go back and talk about that menu thing. So the training of the team. You can't design a menu that's specifically to train the team. You're designing a menu that is like in keeping with the philosophy and the ethos of Chef Ruth and Dale Roberts and with the Test Kitchen group. So, I mean, that must be really difficult.
It's difficult, but that's myself as a group. We said mainly with developing new dishes.
Okay.
Looking at produce season, like change of season, like seasonal produce, we change dishes. He'll have maybe one or two complete dishes.
Yeah.
We put it on the menu. Maybe I play with something. I've got a complete dish that goes on the menu.
Okay.
And most of our dishes are like co-lab. I add something, he adds something. It's like,
Well, he's your mentor, so you two have a mind that kind of will fiddle.
Kind of like
Yeah. Okay, I get you completely. And I mean, does he ever? Because I know that sometimes he would with Chef Jason Kosmas. He'd like arrive. Chef Luke would arrive in his like t-shirt, sweatpants. He'd put on an apron and start cooking. Does he do that with you?
Yeah. We've actually been doing a little bit of development for this week. We have actually got 2 dishes on the menu for
Okay.
this week.
Yeah.
Another one, potentially next week is going to go on a dessert and another one, a starter.
Okay.
Cold starter. So yeah, the man's constantly just have new ideas and I have to keep up with it.
But the thing is as well is that you're constantly learning, and I mean that brings us to that other side that we mentioned earlier, is that the what you're learning in this role, it's going to equip you to run your own place one day. Do you ever chat to Chef Luke and say, hey, let's open something?
I haven't had that conversation with him yet, but hopefully
One day it'll happen.
it's gonna happen. Yeah.
Okay, well, Chef Nathan Clark, I mean, thank you so much for joining me on the show today. It's like, yeah, I have to say that I admire tremendously what you've achieved and how you're going. And I wish you every luck.
Thank
going
you so
forward.
much. Absolutely, pleasure, Russel.